rise and fall of several open mic nights around Southampton, we decided to ask the performers what attracts them to one venue or the other. And most events provide you with a 15-minute or a 4-song portion of the night, with the show entirely in your hands. Most venues offer a free drink to all performers as a gesture of thanks and to attract more musicians, but that's not mandatory. Some have lasted for decades, some have lasted just months. So what is the main motivation to the public musicians? We all know it's exciting to perform to a crowd at high volume, but what matters more when you choose where to perform? Is it the size of the venue and the size of the sound system? Or is it the type of audience or the members of the house band at each location? And also, what's more important to you? Is it networking and playing with other musicians in jam nights? Or do you just prefer the freedom of performing your own material without relying on others to string the music together behind you?
Well, the thing is that you can present a short set of songs that are new ones all the time, you know. And also, you get to meet lots of different people and see lots of other different performers. You can build up something through that and meet new people that might be interested in perhaps being part of a band. Yeah, it's great.
I started out doing like open mics as a sort of way to get my foot in the door, and I keep coming back to them because it's just a really nice way of playing in an environment that doesn't have as much pressure as like a full gig or anything like that. I think that's fab. And the variation that you get is brilliant. Lots of very talented people doing all their very talented stuff.
So it's like the only place around on a Sunday that does just hip-hop. And I do other open mic nights, so we've got the Scholars Arm one, we've got the Social, and I always do those, but they're a bit different. So you get singer-songwriters, you get indie singers, country singers. This one is just hip-hop based, so it's completely my own genre, but I love anything that I listen to, and it's a great vibe, yeah.
Some people that I've met, like songwriters in London and that, have said that they go to acoustic open mics to try out their songs before they even pitch them to the band.
Yeah, I do that sometimes, yeah.
You do that as
well?
Yeah,
definitely. I've done that here and a few places.
Yeah.
Because it just gets you used, because you can't necessarily get a feel for the song or know whether or not you're going to enjoy playing it live if you never have. You know, so I wouldn't mind getting up and playing a song and then afterwards looking back and being like, oh, I wasn't actually very happy with that because I wouldn't feel like it was like a big deal, do you know what I mean? Because everyone's here trying stuff out, and yeah, I think that's great.
I just love coming and showing people what I can do. It's good to do it in the comfort of your home and master your craft, but there's nothing the same as going out on stage and actually rapping. I used to go to the Candle Club at the Talking Heads quite a bit. That was a good night. Just anything that comes up really. The Mango Jam's very good as well, and I think it's on a Tuesday night. That's a great one. Yeah.
The two basic formats for open mic nights tend to be either one-by-one performances on an empty stage, where it's completely in your hands, or a fully fitted house band layout, where you can borrow band members for an improvised set. These are classed as jam nights rather than what we'll be calling an open mic. Now, open mic is more popular with people who want to play and sing their own material like the way they rehearsed it at home or out busking. Whether it be poetry, soloist or group music, you have the stage for a given time and you do whatever you like. These solo slots may be the choice for singer-songwriters, but it doesn't hold much appeal to those who don't sing over their instrument or simply don't find it fulfilling to perform alone.
I think I find it easier to perform at the acoustic things because some of the musicians at these jam nights are just like insane and I get a bit anxious about playing in front of them, but yeah, I love them both for different reasons. I feel like the energy at the jam nights is like way more buzzy, you know, everyone just gets on it, and like there's just all these crazy good guitarists and keys players and drummers and blah blah blah.
I draw inspiration from what a lot of the musicians are doing, and you see people doing their own thing, but like I say, what I like about this one is it is just about hip hop, and it is about like putting your songs out there rather than like having a jam. But there's so many great jam sessions going on, and that's what I love about Southampton.
Another lesson too late for the learner. Yeah, I told you I adore you. Don't tell me to be there. You're not mine. You've given my words no more voice. You've given my heart no voice.
The pubs may be the venue for the event, but their staff don't usually organise it, and half of the pubs don't have their own PA systems. The task of bringing in the open mic performers and mainly providing the PA system, that's usually contracted out to some respected local musicians, those with connections on the Southampton music scene and the hardware required for the job. This is who we term as the host of the night.
Alright, Ludo, can you please describe to me the method, the format of the sign-up tonight?
Before it starts raining, yes. So, it's simple. We put down the names, and every instrument has many names. So, if you play guitar, you put your name under the guitar. Sorry, start again. What I mean is, we have a list of instruments, and you put down your name.
Start from scratch then, if you want to start from scratch, right?
Fine,
Take
fine,
two.
take it. You keep make jump cuts.
Anyway.
I'd love to start a jam here. I have a pretty good PA and a couple of microphones, and I'm getting a cajon like next week, so if there's any like percussionists out there, like pop down, and it'd be great to see you all here at the open mic night every Tuesday at 104 Cocktail Lounge.
Some musicians only host at a specific venue, whereas those who have particularly strong networking connections or portable PA systems, they tend to take their show to many different locations over the course of the month. Zeus Bookings and Mr. David Martin are the best examples of the latter. Zeus Bookings run solo shows in a few pubs around the town, whereas David Martin hosts jam nights with a house band in tow at different locations each week of the month.
You have loads of different hosts that do every single open mic, so it doesn't get boring. There's a bit of a different variety of people that come every week, and it changes up. Like personally, when I'm not running it, I still come and perform. You get a lot of hip hop artists in here who are always doing the circuit. A lot of local like singer-songwriters that have been on courses. Like Mia playing right now was down at ACM in Guildford, so she's done a really good job down there, and she's just graduated from Guildford. So yeah, we get a real difference in musicians.
Well, we've got a collective really. I've got two drummers, three bass players, two guitarists, so we can accept every gig really. So we take this idea to a number of places throughout the month, about 6 venues. Cricketer's Pub, we do 2 a month. We do this venue on the 4th Wednesday of the month. We do the Flying Dutchman on the 2nd Friday. We do a midnight jam in Shirley that ends at 1 o'clock on a Friday. We do the World Tour of Jams in Romsey. They're all on different days. We sometimes host a Welly Jam. What we try and do is each venue we try and make slightly different. It's the same idea, a band jam. I've got cheat sheets we can give you so you can play along. So you don't even have to learn our songs. We're trying to make it as accessible as possible. We've got a list of about 40 what I call function songs, wedding songs, that girl singers can sing. You know, the eponymous Valerie, Feeling Good. Okay, they're done to death, but if you're a girl singer and you haven't sung with a live band, then all you're doing is singing at home to YouTube, this is a massive, big step up. because you don't know what we're going to do. Well, you know, we don't know where the solos are. So it's a big learning experience for them. Some of them hate it and never come back. Some of them love it and move on from there.
Pink champagne on ice, and she said, we're all just prisoners here of our own device. And in the master's chambers, they gather for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find a magic path to the place I was before. Has to find a way. We are programmed to see. You can check out anytime you like.
The concept of jam nights can be a bit intimidating to newcomers, as you need to know who the other musicians are and get talking with them in order to form a temporary band. If a jam night is well arranged, then the newcomers will be introduced to the regulars and help to fish out the people with a similar taste and knowledge in music. If this welcoming is not done, then a newcomer is going to be faced with a sign-up list, but not a clue which man is going to play the bass like Paul McCartney or Sid Vicious.
I would say it's very important for new musicians to be welcomed in. And when you're into playing heavier music, like the guys that are here tonight, it can be a little bit difficult when you go to a jam and you see everybody's playing pop and funk and soul and so on. Everybody's really nice and welcoming in. Of course, everybody in Southampton is really, really great for that. But it's also about feeling out the right kind of taste and feeling out the right kind of sound. And that's why, I'll say that's why we have something for the heavier, for the metal musicians, for the punk musicians, for people that want to come down and make a bit more noise. Because here, you come in, you're welcomed instantly. Whenever we get someone new down, one of the most important things to do is try and link them together with musicians that are already in the scene. Of course, it's the most important thing. You want to welcome people into the fold. And the easiest way to do that is just speak to somebody and say, you like this band, right? Okay, I know a couple of other people who also like this band, maybe you guys can get something together. It's just about networking, it's about getting people talking to each other. It's the most important thing. And that's why my role is kind of important, because on the compare, the important thing is to get everyone talking to each other and getting those connections going.
It's just a gamble so much. I know that it's wrong. Waiting for another day. Waiting to catch your eye. Waiting for another day.
We're in this band after school club, and we've got some songs that we do and we've got prepared, but then sometimes we just go on with other people and play random songs that we just come up on the night.
I really like the fact they have a dedicated metal night, because there's not enough of that in the city. They seem, apparently they're overbooked now though, so I think Dave, who runs it, said he was going to open up another one. But yeah, I'm totally down for having sort of genre-specific open mics. I think it's great.
I think there's a lot of open generic, and I think that having like slightly a tune per week to certain genres brings out more people and encourages more people, and also opens up the eyes to. I'm not a metaler, but I come down here because my friends are here. I don't do drop D tuning, but it's quite fun to watch.
Do you come to the other ones here that aren't?
I like the blues one. I like the funk one. All depends on my mood as well, really. But I'm here. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
excellent. Okay, Jay is an excellent keyboardist. We're gonna play more with him and other good musicians. It's about putting good musicians together. I swear, especially for people like me who are amateurs. We need to do it.
A fairly common opinion from the visitors is that flamboyant jam nights have an air of competitivity a bit stronger than a lineup of singer-songwriters just armed with an acoustic instrument or piano. Now, whether this battle of the strings and the drums is intended or not, it's still perceived as a passive rivalry by those with less confidence about them. If you can brave it and find those with the same musical passions as you, then this could be a big step in a great direction. It's a chance to showcase yourself to others as a potential band member, and the use of electric guitars with a backline of the bass, drums and keyboards opens up a new field of dynamic music which is unachievable when you're sat alone with your instrument.
I'm not gonna hurt you like you hurt me. That was Tom on guitar, Adam on bass, Sam